Thor calls Rocket Rabbit.
Correct, and clearly the smartest among you.
Thor and Rocket became the best of friends when they met each other in Infinity War. The two of them delivered the most heartfelt and funniest of scenes in the last two Avenger films. They were a perfect fit together as Rocket became the buddy Thor never really had. And that's why Thor naturally continued with the Guardians after Endgame. Now Rocket will probably continue to run around with Thor in Love and Thunder. But there's one thing that intrigues us, and it is the fact that Thor calls Rocket as Rabbit and not a raccoon. And it is crazy that no one has ever corrected him till now. We've seen that Thor tends to get the names wrong sometimes. In Infinity War, he kept calling Nidavellir as Nidavellir. Every time he said Nidavellir, it kept getting funnier. In Endgame, when Hulk and Rocket came to see Thor, he introduced them to Korg and Meek. But what's funny is that he was very drunk at that time. He didn't realize that he actually pointed at Korg when he said Meek, and he pointed at Meek when he said Korg. Anyway, his naming problem arose because of his drinking. The fact that Thor refers to Rocket as Rabbit isn't associated with his drinking. He actually believes that Rocket is a rabbit. He doesn't actually know what a raccoon is. There are two major evidences for this notion. The first was shown in Endgame, and the second is a factual evidence of the real world. In Endgame, when Rocket and Thor travel to Asgard in order to extract the ether from Jane, the Asgardian guards chasing Rocket also called him Rabbit. Rocket was genetically enhanced on a planet called Half-World. He was turned from a raccoon to genetically engineered sapiens. There's a chance that there would be other raccoons on Half-World as well. But raccoons are only called raccoons on Earth. Even Rocket himself didn't know that he is a raccoon. He kept denying it whenever Peter Quill called him a raccoon. So we cannot blame Thor or the Asgardians for calling Rocket a rabbit. It is certain that because raccoons look sort of similar to rabbits, the Asgardians think of them as rabbits only. Also, someone on Reddit has posted a fact that will explain why none of the Asgardians know of raccoons. We're aware that raccoons are animals that are commonly found in North America. The Redditor states that they were only imported to Europe in the 1930s. So in the Nordic travels of the Asgardians, they would have never encountered with a raccoon in Norway and all of Scandinavia. Hence when they see one, they just believe that raccoons are funny-looking rabbits. Even if Thor encountered a raccoon during his time on Earth, he would have thought it to be a rabbit and no one really corrected him. Funny little details these are. We cannot wait to see more of Thor, Rocket, and Groot in Love and Thunder.